Hello and welcome back to The Stack, and here are today's top stories. The first story, woke goes broke. Mark Zuckerberg is preparing for mass layoffs after one of the worst downturns for the Meta platform. He is complaining that employees are not performing very well and they are not prepared to hire as many people in years past, and they may have to lay people off. And I really think this all revolves around how woke the Meta platform is, how woke the company is, and also how much big tech censors people. And then all these employees, we know that all these people working at Facebook and Meta, they are totally woke employees. And I don't imagine woke employees are working that hard. And it seems like Zuckerberg is now facing the consequences of that. So I don't really have a problem with this downturn. It will be very interesting to see going forward if Zuckerberg changes the platforms in response to this. Will he censor people less? Will Facebook allow more content to be shared on its platform? Will he stop penalizing conservatives as much? It will be very interesting to see as the future of Meta is in question. And the second story, Joe Biden had another excellent display of his mental health this week. There have been a lot of questions over whether or not Joe Biden is fit to serve in the presidency. Is a total failure as a president. Well, a reporter confronted him about a new New York Times poll that indicated that a majority of Democrats don't want him to run for re-election. That's what the poll says. 64% of Democratic voters want someone else to run for president in 2024. That's really bad news for an incumbent. So this reporter asked a very legitimate question to Joe Biden. It would be a question for any president. He said, Mr. President, what's your message to Democrats who don't want you to run again? And then Biden said, they want me to run. And then the reporter said, 2/3 say they don't. And then the crazed look came over Joe Biden's face, and he came up to the reporter and he said, read the polls, Jack. Yes, for whatever reason, Biden loves to get angry and call people Jack. So unfortunately, Joe Biden, I think you are the one that needs to read the poll, because Joe Biden is misrepresenting the poll and he is totally wrong. Democrats do not want him to run in 2024, and Joe Biden's mental health seems to just not be able to comprehend this dire situation for him. And the third story, which kind of ties into the second, Barack Obama reportedly sent this email to his former White House doctor after he questioned Biden's cognitive health. Ronnie Jackson was Obama's White House doctor, and Ronnie Jackson has repeatedly said, hey, there's something not right with Joe Biden's cognitive health. I mean, this guy is a physician, like we said, White House doctor, very qualified to talk on a subject like this. And he says, look, Joe Biden needs to take a cognitive test. He is not fit to be the president. So he tweeted this out, talking about how Biden is not cognitively fit. And 20 minutes later, he says Obama delivered a scolding to him. He said, I've made a point of not commenting on your service. I've spoken highly of you. You served me well. I considered you a fine doctor and a friend. And then he said, that's why I have to express my disappointment at the cheap shot you took at Joe Biden via Twitter. It's unprofessional and beneath the office you once held. No. Joe Biden's cognitive health is a national security risk. A doctor pointing out his health problems is not disappointing. It actually takes a lot of guts to do what Ronnie Jackson did, and he has continued to do it despite Barack Obama's scolding. Look, Barack, you're not president anymore. People aren't afraid of you, and Joe Biden is not fit to be president. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest news on Joe Biden's health and the latest on Zuckerberg and disasters that are woke employees, you can head to westernjournal.com, and please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of The Stack.